life is an arcade. I wanna play every single game. These bright lights are making my heart race. Let's go. Thinking that life is an arcade.
What's up, guys? Braeden here, back with another episode of the Authentic Vibes Only podcast. Episode, I believe, 10 of season 2. And today, it's about to be the new year. We're releasing an episode on New Year's about the gym, me and Strength by Dino. So I want to take a little continuation off that episode and talk about self-improvement and self-improvement for the new year, how we can become better and be more of ourselves, our authentic selves, and learn to be you for you. So let's get into it. I think I'm going to start with just some personal matters. So I've been going through some things, family-wise, kind of relationship-wise. I don't know. But here's the thing when I say like self-improvement, right? What I want to get into, and something that throughout my journey and like becoming my authentic self and like how I've changed as a person and how I become better is before all this happened, I started to find myself and be my authentic self and things like that. If an issue arrived, I would kind of just curl up. I would fall back and just let it eat me alive. I would not like evaluate the issue or go forward from there. And a lot of the times I would blame myself. And I think the thing is with like being yourself, if you're being yourself and being your authentic self and there's issues that arrive, you can't blame yourself, right? Everyone's going through other things and everyone else thinks differently. So unless you're the main cause of the problem, you can't always blame yourself and you can't beat yourself up, right? And I think the most important thing when it comes to like self-improvement wise is like a lot of people want to run away from their feelings. And I used to do the same thing. I would drink or I would smoke or I would find some sort of outlet or another addiction to kind of mask over my problems in my life and my issues. And I think the thing I've come to love most about myself is that when issues arrive, I don't run anymore. I don't run away from them. What I do, here's another, sorry, before I get into that, another thing is like people will mask it with sex or finding attention or just escaping that in any way. But what I do is I don't run away anymore. I let the feelings feel. I feel them. I evaluate them, and we move forward. And in that, I come back to myself. I don't fall away. I don't fall out. I don't curl up. And what I do is as I dig inside, I evaluate the issues. And coming back to myself, I go back to improving myself more. Whether it was my fault or not, you take that lesson and you learn and you come back to yourself and you begin to improve yourself. You don't run away from it. You don't try to mask over it. You don't try to hide it. You don't try to find outlets or like some different source of dopamine or new high. And I think that's something that I'm very proud of myself, is that like when things happen in my life, I always go straight back to self-improvement. And I used to not do that. And I this may be like a to me episode, but I'm very grateful and thankful that for myself, that I always come back to myself. I don't lose myself and I don't lose who I am in those situations, and I don't fold. I go back to the basics, and I work on things that make me me and things that make me a better person. Because when issues like that arrive, and even if it is your fault, whether it is or not, you know that if that issue arrives again, you're better than the next time. You're better the next time than you were before. Um, so that's something I kind of was thinking about in the gym tonight, is like, with everything going on lately, that I haven't lost myself. I When issues arrive, see, I don't want to mask them. It may seem like a mask sometimes too, but like I said, you have to let them feelings feel. You can't run away. But first, I let them feelings feel, and then I go straight back into improving myself to be the best me I can be. Um, and that's something that I've just really come to appreciate about myself, is that I want to always be the best me. So if I mess something up, or even if I didn't, but I was in a situation and something happened, I want to know where I messed up or what got messed up and how I can personally be better the next time around. So, I don't run away from that. And one of the things I love to do when that happens is I love to get back in the gym. I mean, I've been in the gym, but like going to the gym, that's my outlet, but it's a healthier outlet. I'll feel my feelings, and then I go into the gym and release that and have a self-improvement, like that's self-improvement. So I go to the gym, release some of that stuff, and then come back to it. And I know that I did better for myself. But I think the thing is really like, I just really want to be the best me. Like, I'm going to say, especially relationship wise, right? A lot of things happen. A lot of times when like relationships go sour or bad or whatever the case may be, people try to find new partners, or jump from relationship to relationship, or they want more attention. And I just don't have that mindset. I'd really switch that mindset. Like, I really just want to improve myself. And like I said, I don't believe things I've done this past time in family or relationship issues was my fault. But it just makes me want to be better. I just want to be better. Um, and I try to evaluate that, and how can I be better? Can I care about myself more first in those situations, but also to be there for the people that need me in those situations? So how can I and what can I do to be better? Going in the gym, getting my mind right, and do did I speak too much? Do I need to listen better? Um, just things like that. Yeah, like, do I evaluate my situations in that aspect? I just I just want to be the best me for whoever comes into my life, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, a mentor, anything, just networking. When the person meets me, when a new person meets me, I always want to be at my best. So I don't run to outlets anymore. And I feel like that's something that we as people need to work on. And it's not always like, it's not selfish, right? Because like, if you're the best you knew you did the best you could in any situation. If you're the best then you're showing up for who and what needs you in that moment in life. So when the next person comes in, like I said, relationship, friendship, whatever it is, you're always going to be the best version of yourself at that point in time. And then when they meet you again, or you see them again, or you meet more new people, you're still a better version of yourself, because you're on this continual journey of just self improvement. And like I said, it doesn't always have to be after something bad. I think that this self improvement is just worrying about being the best you that you can be at any given point in time. And you have to care for yourself first. So, like I said, if that's taking care of your traumas, your feelings, whatever that is, you got to do it because you need to show up for you first. And when you show up for you, you can show up for other people. This is a very impromptu episode. I just have a lot on my mind. And with the new year coming up, you know, there's a lot of people that'll be on the new year, new me journey. And I think it's an important subject to talk about is just self-improvement throughout the year. And I think also when it comes to self-improvement, you just have to build better habits for yourself. Yeah, I mean, I already said it, but you just have to show up for yourself. Show up for yourself. Take care of yourself. Build better habits. Go to the gym. Eat better. Read. Journal. Take care of yourself. When you're taking care of yourself, it's easy to take care of other people's. It's easy to pour that love and that gratitude out into the world. When you take care of yourself, you love yourself and you have gratitude towards yourself. It's not even like you had to try. You just have this different energy around you than you would if you were in a dark place. You're just you. You're just there, being you, being a good person. And it's easy to radiate that when you're in your highest self. And the self-improvement journey and being your authentic self, they're not easy. I'm still on it. As it goes with the logo of the brand, the never ending journey of life, the spiral. It's never ending. It never ends. But you become your authentic self by trying to be your authentic self. You are your 100% authentic self by trying to be your authentic self. And I don't mean like put on a show. I mean put in the work. I don't think there's a better way to describe that. And I know a lot of people want to know what the logo is and what it means, and I've explained it before. Like I said, the logo explains this brand, this way of life perfectly. It's a circle, it's a spiral. It just continually goes. The authentic vibes only journey to be you for you is a never ending journey of life. Once you start it, you won't get off it. And you'll never fully complete it. But you'll feel it. You'll know it. It's never gonna be easy. You may fall off for a little bit. Like I said, it's a journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You continually will be on this roller coaster of ups and downs. And it's going to seem like at points that it's harder than it used to be. And this is coming from myself. But there's no other way now that I know how to be than to be myself. Just to sit in my authentic self. And it's unfortunate in certain situations because I always say that if it's meant to be, it'll be. And the right people in your life will be in your life no matter what, right? But I feel like there's still people that are meant to be in your life that, because you're in your authentic self, you scare them. But that doesn't mean they're not meant to be in your life. And I think that when you are so real and so authentic and so raw, that scares people. They don't know how to act. They don't know what to feel. They get scared because they've never been around energy like that. And I'm not like trying to brag or say anything like that, like I just feel like since I've started this journey that a lot of people have kind of ran away from me because I'm on this higher energy that they don't quite understand yet. And it doesn't mean that I don't think I need them in my life or that I don't want them in my life. They just need a little help. And sometimes they're going to try really hard to run away. And sometimes you have to let them do that. You have to let them run away and figure it out on their own first. After you've done what you've been able to do and show them how it's possible and show them the way, it will scare them. And they just need to learn it on their own. Because even with myself, I was always inspired by these people, these mentors, people I was seeing online, meeting online, talking to online. But it still scared me. And then I realized, what am I scared of? What am I afraid of? And then I was just able to do it. Everything starts with you. So sometimes, as much as you want someone in your life or these people to be in your life, you can't force that. You got to control what you can control, and you can't control everything. A lot of things you have to let go of control, but there are certain things you can control. And I think the one thing you can control is just being you for you, being your authentic self. And if that's what you're under control of, everything else in life is going to fall into place. Whether you lose someone for a little bit and they come back right because you were able to help them, it's a very inspiring thing. You don't need the validation, but knowing that you did what you could and then seeing them transform into the person you knew they could be is an amazing feeling. And I think, honestly, that's been one of the hardest parts of my journey is I have so many people in my life because I'm naturally a healer. I'm an empath. I'm a healer. I see the best in everybody. And I can read people. And I feel like I can see it inside them. And I can feel it and see it in their soul. That they're so much better than what they're showing. So I give people chances and I keep people around, maybe longer than I should. But it's because I know who they are. I can see it. I can feel it. And I just want to help. And that's why I have this podcast. That's why I have the brand. If I can't personally know you and speak to you, I hope that I can speak to you through this and it can help you and it jumpstarts your journey. And I hope I don't need the validation, but I hope I get messages or I get someone come up to me and talk to me and tell me like they're grateful that they were able to hear this, and the fact that I put this out inspired them, because ultimately that's all I want to do. I feel like my self-improvement journey, like I said, in becoming my authentic self, it's never ending. But I'm going to get into purpose here. I feel like my purpose in life, I have it on my goals. It doesn't say my purpose, but this is my purpose. This is what I feel like. My two top goals for 2023, and they will continue to be my top goals of every year because I don't think it will ever end. You can always help one person, is change the world and how people view it, and change people's lives and mindsets and help them evolve. And it just feels so good to me. So good to me to know that even if I don't get some sort of validation, I know that what I talk about, what I speak on, and what I am as a person and what I'm about is helping people. That's all I care about. I care about people. And that's been like the hardest part of this journey is, like I said, you got to be you for you, be your authentic self and take care of yourself first. I've always put people ahead of me, but now I've worked on it and I've been able to take care of myself and draw boundaries, healthy boundaries with people. But my ultimate goal is, since I've taken care of myself and been able to take care of myself, my ultimate goal is still to put other people not first, but to help people. That's my purpose. I feel like I was put on this earth to be able to change the world and how people view it. I feel like I was put on this earth to change people's lives and mindsets and help them evolve. And to those of you who believe and don't believe, I feel like the universe, God, whatever it is you believe in, puts this energy and these thoughts inside my head to be able to do that. To be able to help and heal and change people's lives, be an inspiration. And I'm not big by no means. I'm not. But I feel like even in this small town, especially in this small town, showing people that it's okay to do what you feel you need to do and to do what you feel you're being called for is okay. To chase your dreams, to do what you want to do. And I'm very emotional about this subject. Like I said, I have a lot of things going on in my life, but this subject makes me very emotional because I just feel like the world is in such a dark place. I don't know what happened to. I get you want to put yourself first. I get it. I know it. You do. You want to take care of yourself. But there's just like simple things in life that I don't understand anymore when people became so cold or so sour. And it's just like the simple things, man, like holding a door, saying hi to a stranger, saying thank you, you know, being a bright spot in the world. I don't know what happened, but the world seems so dark. And I feel like the world is just a better place when you're in your authentic self. And I think, like I said, I think there's a misconception of like what that actually is. And being your authentic self isn't like not taking care of your traumas or why you act a way you act or being an asshole and just saying, well, that's because that's how I am. It's not that. It's not that. Being your authentic self is digging deeper than that. It's digging deep to find out why you do that. Why am I so cold? Why am I such an asshole? Why am I projecting? Why am I doing this? And at the end of the day, if more people did that, the world would be in such a better place. It's just so sad to see all the hate nowadays. It's like people think they're cool and want validation and think they're cooler by hating than liking what they like or agreeing with things going on or enjoying the things they like or seeing people succeed. People hate on it instead of giving a round of applause. And that's one thing I'll never understand. There's so many people in the world, so much space, so much money, so much love, so much everything. There's something for everybody. And when you have these people that do things like that, they're just scared. They're scared. They're jealous. They're envious because these people are out there living their dreams and they're not doing it. But to those people, you can do it too. Everyone can do it. There's room for everyone. St. Noah's Ark, St. the Titanic. There's room for everyone to eat. Everyone can do what they want to do. It's not easy. It's not easy for me. Financially, I make good money at my parents' restaurant, but financially, it pays the bills, right? I have some extra spending money, but like the brand doesn't make me enough money to where I can fully do what I want to do, which is run the brand full time. But I still do it because I love it. It's what I want to do. It's not always about money. You just have to find ways and things in your schedule that you can work around and still do the things you want to do. And you still have to give time to yourself. You have to care for yourself. And at the beginning, you have to make sacrifices. The extra money I make from JWs um, goes to the brand, you know? I'm not making enough money from the brand and from drops to where drops are paying for themselves. I'm not. I'll be transparent. Do I think the drops And the brand is doing well. This season's been amazing. Did I hit my full goals for this season? I did not. Did I reach smaller goals that will build to those goals? I did. And I can drown in my sorrows of not hitting each and every single goal. But you have to evaluate the situation. I am so much further this year than I was last year. And that's what matters. I made strides in the brand and in the podcast in ways, honestly, I didn't picture. I didn't see things happening or going the way they went. And sometimes I get lost. My eyes are on the prize. And sometimes I get lost in the end goal. But then I come back down to earth and realize those things don't happen overnight. I can, but the odds of me making $100,000 or 10K a drop are slim. There's room for me to do it, and I can do it. But me doing 1K a drop is the stepping stone. You have to reach the smaller stones before you reach the big ones. And I just want people to understand that when you do start this journey and you start doing the things you want to do and you start reaching for your purpose, don't give up, man. Don't stop. It's not an easy thing to do. But once you start it and once you build good habits and work on self-improvement, you'll believe in yourself, whether you're hitting the big goals or not. You have to see through all that shit and see how much you have accomplished just by starting. And I know this kind of went from one thing to another, but it's just what's on my mind. And that's what I speak. So I'm going to end with this. Begin that journey. Do that thing. Start making YouTube videos. Become a photographer. Start doing art. Go to the gym. Lose that weight. Gain that weight. Start eating healthier. Start meditating. Start journaling. Start taking care of yourself and start showing up for yourself. That little kid in you, that 4-year-old, 10-year-old version of you is looking at you right now and just praying for you to do what you said you're going to do. And then they're going to be thinking of you and just so happy that you did it. You've made so many strides to become the person you've always wanted to be, to become the one you dream you can be. Just think of that. As a kid, you always had these big aspirations, these big goals, big dreams. And we get lost in the rat race of life. And we need to find ways to work around that and reach for the stars. To go after the things that we care about, the things that we want, the things that fulfill us, the things that we were put on the earth to do. to fulfill our purpose in life. Everyone has a different purpose. Like I said, I feel like my purpose is to change people's lives, change their mindset, help them evolve, change the world, and help people view it. To give love in all aspects, in all sorts of relationships, friendships, family, because that's what people need in their life at that time. And I feel like I give that. So what do you bring to the table? What's your purpose? Find it and proceed to do the things that need to be done to be able to fulfill it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again soon. I appreciate you listening. Shout out to my sponsors, JW's Third Base, Rock Falls, Candlelight Inn, Rock Falls, Clinton, First Take Photography. Shout out Juicy Visuals for doing my intro. Shout out Quincy Combs for allowing me to use his music for my intro and outro. I give thanks to everyone, and I appreciate you guys that have joined me along this journey. And I hope that the things I say, the things I do, inspire you. Have a good night.
Free falling like I'm skydiving, teacher and student, two worlds colliding. I love music, I don't abuse it. Take your crafts and you infuse them. Say you're normal, that's kinda weird. In deep thought, stroking my beard. Head of the table, saying my cheers. Ended up grateful for all the tears. Ready to grind for years. Been loving what's in the mirror. Ready to grind for years. Been loving what's in